Okay, awesome friends. We are back for another edition of our weekend writing, okay? So every day we've been doing writing. Last week we did weekend writing the first day, and then we did 2 pattern books. We are going to continue our pattern book writing this week, but of course on Mondays we always do our weekend writing. We are going to continue this week what we were doing with the weekend writing when we said my weekend was, and then you said how it was, and then what you did, okay? We are going to do 4 sentences today on top of the topic sentence, so 5 sentences total. That's the most that we've ever done in a journal, okay? So right now, we're going to review first our foundation sound cards, just so you have the sounds fresh in your mind for when you're spelling out your words today for your journal, okay? All right, go ahead, and when I say the letter, the picture, and the sound, you repeat, okay? T, top, t. G, game, g. H, hat, h. S, snake, s. R, rat, D, dog, d. E, ed, e. I, itch, I. F, fun, f. Q, u, queen, qu. J, jug, j. P, pan, p. Z, zebra, z. B, bat, b. A, apple, a. K, kite, k. C, cat, k. Y, yellow, y. L, lamp, o. X, fox, x. W, wind, w. V, van, v. U, up, up. M, man, m. N, nut, n. O, octopus, ah. Okay, that's it for today. We did all of our sound cards. Now we're going to get right into our journal. Let's start by pausing the video. I want you to pause the video and go and get your red journal. So right now, press the space bar, or if you have a tablet, you can press pause and go get your red journal. Okay, now that you've gone and gotten your red journal, we're going to first write out what our prompt is, okay, for weekend writing. So like last week, we're not going to actually write over the weekend we're going to write my weekend was, like we used to at school. So, capital M, starting out our sentence with a capital letter. My weekend was. Okay, so here is, okay, our prompt. I'm going to hold it up in a little bit so you don't have to copy it yet. What you want to do now is go ahead and open up to the next blank page in your journal. Here's mine, and you're going to, as usual, on the top right-hand corner, write the date. Today is the 20th, so you're going to write 4/20. 20/20 because it is the 4th month, the 20th day, and the 2020, the 20th year of the 2000s. So go ahead and pause your video right here and copy down the date. Okay, now that you've copied down the date, I also want you to pause the video when I hold up the prompt, and I want you to copy down the prompt on the first line of your journal. Go ahead and pause the video if you have not already and write this on the first line. Okay, now that you've written down my weekend was, I'm going to write it down on the first line of my journal as well. As you're writing, you want to make sure that you are connecting your letters to the skyline, plane line, and grass line. So here you can see I put all my letters perfectly between the skyline and grass line, and then here's the plane line, okay? My weekend was. So now you want to say how your weekend was. Was it good? Was it boring? Was it relaxing? Was it fun? Okay, so I'm going to say my weekend was normal. It was pretty normal, so I'm going to say my weekend was normal. Now the words that you're going to use to start your sentences are first, then, next, and last, or finally. Today we're going to use the word last. We haven't used that one yet. So, first, that's how you spell first. Okay? First, I exercised outside. Okay, now I'm going to also hold up on the sentence strip the word first so you can copy it down and then tell me what you did first during your weekend. So go ahead and pause the video here and write the first sentence first and tell me what you did. Okay, go ahead and look at your sentence and make sure at the end you added a period. All right, now the second heading of our sentence is going to be then. So, first, I exercised outside. Then, I made mashed potatoes So here's my second sentence. Then I made mashed potatoes. That's what I did, okay? So as you can see, when I got to the end where I ran out of room, I didn't try and squeeze it in. I just went to the next line and then I added my period. So now I'm going to, on the sentence strip, go ahead and write down the second header word, which is then. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and pause the video and write your third sentence starting with then. Okay, now that you've written your third sentence starting with then, what I want you to do is go back and make sure that each of your sentences has a period at the end. Don't put periods in the middle of your sentences or at the beginning, only at the end. Okay. Now, the third heading word is next. Next, I cleaned my house. Okay, so there's my fourth sentence. I have next, I cleaned my house. Do you see how after my third sentence, then I made mashed potatoes? My sentence ended here. I didn't go to the next line, okay? I stayed on that line because there was plenty of room for me to write my next sentence. You don't go to the next line unless you're writing a new paragraph, which you'll never do in kindergarten. So make sure you're filling all the room in your journal, okay? Next, I cleaned my house. I'll go ahead and write that word for you to copy as your next header for your sentence. Okay, so now that you've written your fourth sentence, it should say next and tell me what you did. All right, you're gonna make sure you go back and that all of your sentences have a period. All right, last, we're gonna use the word last. Last, I ate dinner with my family. So, I again started right after the other sentence had finished, even though it was not a new line. Last, I ate dinner with my family. So, what I want you to do, I'm going to hold up your last heading word, and you're going to write your last sentence. So there it is. Go ahead and pause the video and write your fifth and final sentence. Okay, once you've done that, I want you to go back and make sure that all of your sentences have a period at the end and a capital letter at the beginning, all right? Since I modeled all the words for you, they should, but just make sure. I'm going to go over what I wrote, but please do not copy what I wrote, okay? Make sure that when you write your journal that you're coming up with your own ideas. Let's review. My weekend was normal. First, I exercised outside. Then, I made mashed potatoes. Next, I cleaned my house. Last, I ate dinner with my family. So there's my whole journal, 5 sentences and 5 periods. Let's find all of my periods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure for every sentence that you have a period. Then on the back, I have a full clean page that I can draw all the things that I did, okay? If you want, you can separate your page out like we have for the pattern books, or you don't have to, but I want you to do a detailed drawing with no stick figures on the back of your journal. All right, good luck.